and plead with you to follow the same example. I'm na brain, I brought computer. Anybody that has no basic in secondary school, has no basic in all these sciences in secondary school will always encounter this same problem. You get was able your mind and determination to go forward. I studied in a secondary school, in a government secondary school, so I know what you are passing through. The school I passed through is one secondary school. There was a time for a whole 6 months nobody entered our class for chemistry because our chemistry auntie gave birth to a child and stayed at home for 6 months. There was no chemistry. I'm just telling you the truth. So government schools now suffer. All of private, I got one also can emit till a lot. I have difference. But in those days, how many privates came in those days? How many private secondary schools? So, someone like me suffered the same thing, but only your own real attention. Okay, please, I don't want you to faint. I have solved this question for me. The whole thing took us to an extent now. I'm supposed to have rounded up this. Also, what one means no way government to never. And ever black government to know that I got touching Hoffman. Right. Write down the question now. The equation of waves. The equation of waves. The equation of waves. The question. The equation of waves, are you with me? Is given by the equation of waves is given by y equals 0.25 sine 0.25 sine bracket open 6t small letter t 6t minus 3x minus what? 3x. Close the bracket. Where x in meter? Where x in meter? Where x in meter and t in seconds? Full stop. Determine the amplitude and speed of the waves. There are two results now. Determine the amplitude and speed of the waves. And speed of the waves. Two questions now. Please, I know the ones that opted for descriptions. I'll give you just 1 minute and I'll point many of you to give me the answer. Either solution, point here. If there's no result, I'll ask you to stand up. Until after solving, you sit down. I want everybody to practice this. Brain, the very sharp. Don't make it dull. Don't make that brain dull. You sometimes condition the brain. You have wonderful spirit in you and you want to destroy the sharp brain. And your mind will tell you, can you understand this? Oh, nonsense. Oh, nonsense. Understand it. Follow it up. Make up mind to learn. So that you pass well. When you pass well, I am happy. If I see you not writing, I'll just give you one small blow at the back. Yes? Thank you. 0.25. And what again? And 2 meters per second. Gradually. I'm here to point at many of you to give me results. But those sharp ones are already talking. I like that. I like that. I like that. Network, Obiago Eba. Obiago, I'm going to do something. Amplitude is what? 0.25 guinea one. No units. Meter. Speed is 2 meters per second. Voice got look sharp. It is sharp for him. Okay. Network or the Quema. Or Pugap or it is a lot going get here. Do something. Do something. Learning is a process. Learning is a process. It is sharp. 0.25 what? And 2 meters per second square. Per second square means for acceleration. Yes? Okay. Okay, class. Shout that answer for me. I don't have 0.25. Until a unit is attached to it, I will accept it. Shout it again. And the what again? And 3. 2 meters per second. 2 meters per second. Gradually we are coming up. Number 16. Okay, number 16 with error. Oh, yeah, be difficult. I'll correct such error. Okay. Sorry. No. Now I'm happy that many of us here are now following gradually. It's just all about your mind. There's nothing so difficult about all this. All about your mind. Boy, are you calling somebody? Touch him. Let me not. Okay. Now, the question I gave you, can you repeat the question? Y equals what? 0.25 what? Into 60 minus what? 3x. Now, so for me to solve the problem, What exactly am I looking for? Amplitude and what? What make up speed? Speed is equal to what? F lambda where? That means I needed F and lambda. So I will now say Y equals amplitude sine into 2 pi ft, 2 pi ft, minus what? 2 pi what? Over lambda. Good. I can now obtain them. But the first result is amplitude. What's the amplitude? Which is measured in what? In meter. Directed by the question. Okay? Then, second result now, I'll get frequency and lambda. And then put them together. So 2 pi ft is equivalent to what? 60. T we go. Now, F is equal to 6 over what? That's F. I will now get the lambda by saying 2 pi x over lambda is equivalent to what? 3x over 1. X we go. This time this will give us 3 equals what? 2 pi. So making lambda the subject will give me. So if V is equivalent to F lambda, if V is equal to F lambda, then V is, what's V? What's F? 6 over what? 2 pi. Times, what about the lambda? 2 pi over 3. 2 pi will cancel 2 pi, am I right? 3 is down. We multiply 6 that is up to what? To 2. Now we have 2 over 1, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 2 meters per second. Because 2 is on top now. That person that asked me before, whether the 2, you see, I repeated the same question in another way. The same question I gave you before, I repeated it. I repeated the same question. Okay. The first question you give me here is copied wrongly. First one. That one that has over 34. Only question. That one. I already explained that one. It has error. So, can still redesign the question. Okay, now. Are you true? Oh, yeah, now fast. Just 1 minute. Let me change. I can see some questions here. I'm going to change the mode. I just discovered that there are so many people at home now following us, watching the same thing. There are so many watching at home, watching us. Yes, it's online. Can I move to the next? Mapia Carizio. Okay, thank you. I want to clean the board. Because if I fail to clean the board, you still continue. So let us now introduce, let's introduce the graphical equation. Graphical equation. Graphical equation. Graphical equation. We answer this question. This is coming when I already about to go into graphical. So we'll answer this one, just the formation of equation. Okay. I can now claim. After all, you can still solve this on your own. Okay, now write down. This is the graphical representation. I am talking about graphical equation now. This is the graphical representation. This is the graphical representation. Graphical words. Representation of the wave motion. Of the wave motion. Of the wave motion. With crest and trough. With crests and trough. Trough. Crests and trough. Full stop.